aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
He can go about his business.
You can go about your business.
Move along.
Move along. Move along.
Hey everybody, Scooby-Doo here with a little review. Hopefully I'm going to start getting back into making videos on Battlefield and whatnot in about another week. And I do just about have my movie room completed, which will also be a video on that. And probably by the end of next week. I wanted to do this little bit of a review, and I'm going to do it in the helmet, even though it's getting a little bit hot, on the FX Lightsaber. Now, I'm not really a Star Wars geek. I'm just a movie fan. And what I had done is I had bought some Star Wars stuff to put into my room, and I purchased the FX Saber, and I actually watched some other reviews on YouTube, and they never really covered the display aspect of the lightsabers, which I think is the most important part. So first let me show you generally how the reviews start when you watch these on YouTube. They will first talk about the box. This is the box. It's got 4 sides on it. It's black. It says Star Wars. Alright, I don't give a shit. It's a box. Now, I'm not saying that if you're a big Star Wars fan, you're not concerned about what the box looks like. That's fine. If that's what you're into, that's cool. I'm not. So, I'm not going to cover the box. This is a lightsaber. Now, this one actually has a removable blade. And I believe this is Kit Fisto. I don't know who he is, but this is what the lightsaber does. Turn it on. Well, try to turn it on. Woo! Look at there. Luke, I am not your father. Of course I'm not his father. That's Darth Vader, his father. Anyway, so here's a lightsaber. They'll generally do a review. They'll say, yeah, it kind of looks like the real thing. It's made pretty good. You don't really want to battle with these too much. I mean, you can hit stuff with them, but whatever. Put some batteries in it. They'll tell you what kind of batteries to use. And then you turn it off. You get a good view of this. Woo! Isn't that neat? Okay, so the first part of the review is this. It's cool. And the whole waving stuff around, that's cool for about 20, 30 seconds. And then it's just like, okay, it makes noise. Now the actual saber itself, the hilt, is made really well. And Hasbro, who makes these, actually made them for one purpose. And no, it's not so you can become a Jedi and fight the dark side. No, what they made them for is to display them. And here's where I have the issue with these. They come in different colors, so I purchased 4 different ones. So I could have a green one, a blue one, a red one, and a purple one. And I wanted to to display them in my movie room. The problem is, again, if you display these on your wall, I'm going to turn it back on one more time. If you can hear that noise, well, multiply that times 4, and that's what you got to listen to if you wanted to display it. They didn't make a volume control on this. Or they didn't even have it to where if you turn it on, after about 30 seconds, it'll go idle, and maybe the sound will turn off. Now, I'm going to include a picture. I'm going to, kind of through magic, I'm going to put a picture up here in just a second of what I saw on the internet, and I thought, well, damn, this is going to look really cool when I put this in my movie room. The problem is you really can't do that. Here's the picture. Okay, you see my point? You can't just have these up on your wall because they're going to just make this noise. They didn't make it to where you can just have the light on. And another thing is if you say, well, you know what? I'll just deal with this noise. And deal with the noise. No, if you leave it idle, it'll actually turn the whole thing off in about 30 to 40 seconds anyways. And so, my question to Hasbro, which I did call them, which they don't actually make these right now anyways. If these are meant for display, how come you didn't make it for it to be displayed? You're supposed to display it like this? This is how you're supposed to display it? Now, if you're a big Star Wars fan, you might know whose lightsaber this is because of how the hilt is designed, but what's the point of me getting 4 different ones? They're all white. I want to see the colors. That's the whole point. You're supposed to display it. Now, again, I'm not going to argue with Star Wars people and they can go, well, you can take the blade off and have it as part of a costume. That's fine. You can play with it if you want. That's fine. But it was meant to be displayed. And that's my issue with Hasbro. And that's my issue with the other reviews is that they never mentioned that. They never said, hey, by the way, if you actually want to use this for what it's meant for, which is to display, this is what you get to display. This whole cool part here, this part can't be displayed. I mean, I'm displaying it like this, but I mean, they actually give you a display to put this on. I actually purchased ones that actually have them vertically up on a wall, just like in the picture I showed you. And I thought it looked really cool in my movie room like that. The unfortunate thing is, you can't actually do that. So, so that was my review. If you want a full review of this, actually just check YouTube. There's a lot of people that actually do pretty good reviews on it. I just wanted to cover this about the display aspect of it because that's why they made them. Anyways, that's the lightsaber. You saw the box. I would still purchase these, but if you really plan on displaying them, you know, other than taking it apart, maybe taking out the speakers on it, there's really not much you can do. I mean, I guess if you're really cool about it, you could probably take it apart, maybe go to Radio Shack and buy a little volume control thing for it. But fortunately, I'm talented at a lot of things. That's not one of them. So anyways, look for me to put up more videos. I am going to get back to the PS3 and the PS4 in the coming week because I did get my couch. And so until next time, this is Scooby-Doo signing off. And I guess I should say, let the force be with you. But of course, a Stormtrooper wouldn't say that anyways. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.